your name, sir?
Michael Higginbotham.
Okay, Mr. Higginbotham, you have a new charge of threats.
When I threatened, I don't threaten nobody.
Well, they're saying you threatened somebody at the store, at the
I did not
Circle K.
threaten.
So don't go back there, and you'll contact with the victim, and then I'm gonna appoint,
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna release you on that one, and you need to come back to court July 9th at 8:30 in Justice Court, okay? But then on your failures to appear on your probation violation case for Judge Blue, I am going to appoint a city public defender to represent you and hold you on a $500 bond.
I have no money.
Okay, and then you need to come to court. They will bring you to court if you don't post that bond on June 13th at 1:45, okay?
I can't get out.
No,
Why? I have no money.
I know your public defender will come talk to you and help you figure out a way to get out on the 13th, okay?
13th.
Yep,
On the 13th.
yep, that's your next court date. Okay, sir, we're done. What's your name?
Stephen Manley?
All right, Mr. Manley, it looks like you've got some warrants out of Marana for drug paraphernalia, a couple of failures to appear for shoplifting and threats, and a couple or theft, and a couple of failures to appear. So I'm going to appoint Janet Altschiller to represent you, order you not to go back to the incident locations, and hold you on a $350 bond, and your next court date will be tomorrow at noon.
Okay, cool.
All right, and that's it, sir.
Oh, that's it? Oh, thank you, brother.
Schroeder.
That for one will be a medical, one will be a medical, just door one.
Yeah, no, please. I appreciate it. I only got one hand. Oh, thank you.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
My name's Jeffrey Schrader.
All right, you have a new charge for possession of drug paraphernalia. And on that one, I'm going to release you. You need to be in Marana City Court on July 3rd at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then you've got some failure to appear on trespassing and shoplifting in city court. So don't go back to any of those incident locations and come to city court on July 18th at 9 o'clock, or another warrant will issue for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm getting released.
Get released,
All right, go see you.
okay? What's your name? You guys, he's muted too.
Go and say your name.
Justin Capone, my bad.
Okay, you're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct from May 30th, it looks like. So if I release you, you're not to have any contact with Rose Conde and not to return to her residence.
No.
You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Actually, I'm not gonna release you because you got a federal hold, so I'm gonna hold you on $1,000 bond. No contact with Miss Conde, no return to her residence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. I'm gonna appoint the city public defender for you on this one. And your next court date on the city court case is gonna be, June 17th at 1:30.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
That's it, sir.
Miss Alice.
You write on there that there's no Form 4, I just think resorting to writing it on the minute. There isn't one, is there?
No,
Yeah.
two that I printed, I put.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Armando Diaz Casales.
Right, you're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. If I release you, I'm gonna order you not to have any contact with Samantha Salas Diaz and no return to her residence and no acts of domestic violence. Can you comply with those orders?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then you need to come back to city court on July 23rd at 1:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest, all right?
Okay. When was that again? Sorry.
July 23rd, they're gonna give you a copy of the paper. Just
Okay.
remember, no contact, no return, okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
Substitute right here, bro. English.
What's your name?
Yana English.
You are charged with violation of a court order. So if I release you, you need to comply with all protective orders, not return to the victim's home or work, not have any contact with the victim. Can you comply with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna consolidate this with your other case and set up them both for that July 26th date that you have in front of Judge Verena, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're released then.
No.
Okay.
Thanks.
Martinez. Can I go this way? This way? Oh, man. Yeah. Oh.
Your name, sir?
Miguel Martinez.
You're charged from October 27th of last year with domestic violence, criminal trespass, domestic violence, criminal damage. So I am going to order you not to commit any acts of domestic violence, quash the warrant for this, and then set you for your next court date, July 23rd at 1:30. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then you're released. Just make sure you come back to court.
Thank you. Martinez, just set up here. Tell the girl you're relieved. Ms. Owen.
Ms. Mazzone,
Love your honor.
you're charged with 2 counts of domestic violence assault. One of them is from June 9th and one of them is from March 6th. So I am going to order you not to have any contact with David Bourbon and not to return to his residence. You need to find somewhere else to live. You understand?
Yes, your honor.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, and come back to court on July 23rd at 1:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest, okay?
Yes, your honor.
We'll see you then.
Midnight.
What's your name, ma'am?
Brianna McKnight.
All right.
All right, Ms. McKnight, you have a new charge of drug paraphernalia and prescription drug use. And then you've got a bunch of failures to appear on your older shoplift case, drug paraphernalia, disorderly conduct. So I'm gonna hold you on a $250 bond and appoint the public defender. And your next court date will be June 18th at 1:45 on these misdemeanors, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And that's it.
Robinson. We'll talk to you after court. You wanna go for 52? That's it.
What's your name?
Caitlin Robinson.
All right, Ms. Robinson, you're charged with domestic violence assault, domestic violence, disorderly conduct. If I release you, I'm gonna order you not to have any contact with Ashley Coda and not to go to where she is living. Can you comply with that?
Yes, ma'am.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. You need to come back to court on July 23rd at 1:30 or a warrant will issue for your arrest. All right?
Okay,
All right, then you're released with that no contact then.
thank you.
Okay.
Let's see right there. What's your name?
Oscar.
What is it?
Oscar.
Your Honor, do we have the interpreter present?
We do.
Can we jump to Urgiola, Oscar?
Sure. Yeah.
Let him see. And then we'll go right back to Vasilius.
Okay. All right, you right there? Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
What's your name, sir?
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Oscar Urrola.
Oscar Eburrola.
Okay, you are charged with shoplifting,
Señor, le hicieron el cargo por hurto en tienda
and I am going to order you not to return to the incident location,
Le voy a ordenar que no regrese usted al lugar de los hechos
and you need to come back to Sarita City Court on July 2nd at 8:30.
y tiene que regresar al Tribunal Municipal de Sahuarita el día 2 de julio a las 8:30.
And if you don't return, or if you don't show, come back to court, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Si no regresa usted al tribunal, habrá una orden de aprehensión. ¿Entiende usted, señor? Yes.
Okay, and you're released and you need to come back to court. Don't go back to that store.
Será liberado, necesita presentarse en el tribunal y que no vaya a regresar usted a esa tienda.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Denitza.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good evening.
You too.
You got one coming back? Wally. Come on, bud. Oh, we got court. Let's go. Hey, go next. So hang it up. Not right now. After this guy.
One outdoor. Yeah, those are good. One outdoor. And on this,
Yeah, court. Yeah. All right, you better hang it up so I call these people. No, not yet. This is. Thanks, sir. Oh, I've seen it here. Decent. All right.
What's your name, sir?
Brian Lamont, quality.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, I apologize. I guess Mr. Vasilius Alexandros reviewed last minute.
All right, well, I'm letting him out anyway, because that was the whole project with him refusing everything else before, so I'll release him, we'll give you the paperwork. Okay, so, Mr. Qualley,
Yes, ma'am.
counsel, your public defender, Mrs. Cowan is on the screen. What? You all muted him. Is there something going on we shouldn't know about?
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, your public defender's on the screen. And Ms. Cowan, do you want to waive the reading of the felony charge?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
All right, so the state is asking for a $5,000 bond. Ms. Cowan, did you want to be heard?
Your Honor, I'd ask that you consider a $2,500 bond with pretrial supervision.
Okay. All right, so, Mr. Qualley, I am gonna hold you. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm gonna hold you on a $2,500 bond, cash or secured, pretrial services if it's posted. And then your next court date will be June 19th at 1:30 for your preliminary hearing.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You have a Marana case, still got a couple more cases. You have a Marana case, and that is for, it's for drug paraphernalia. So I am going to release you on that one and set your next court date for July 3rd at 10 o'clock. So if you're out, come to court. I will appoint Ms. Altschuler to represent you so that she can follow your felony along. And then you also have a city court case where you owe restitution.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't have the money at the moment. I'm homeless, so I was unemployed, so that's why I got in trouble, right? I had a warrant for that, Your Honor?
Yeah,
Okay. I was unable to pay. I'm sorry.
that's all right. What I'm gonna do is, these are gonna keep coming back to haunt you forever, these restitutions.
I
So I'm going to say $20 a month starting October 1st. And if you can't pay it, if you're out of custody, you can always come to city court and try and set up a different payment plan. But every time you don't pay it, you're gonna end up with another warrant, okay?
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm gonna be in and out for a long time, because, never mind, I'm sorry. I needed detox. I went twice last week to try to get detox. I was working with Flopper Terror. He said due to the fact that it was only on methamphetamine, so I even tried getting on.
Well, talk to your public defender. They might be able to help you get into a program,
I need
okay?
help.
So, sir, the officer's gonna give you a sheet of paper with a telephone number for the public defender. Call tomorrow. See who
We're
your
losing
lawyer is and make arrangements with them, okay?
Call tomorrow and ask for, okay.
Did you understand?
Who your lawyer is,
Kind of.
yeah.
The officer's gonna give you a sheet of paper and it has the public defender's telephone number on it. So
Okay,
call the office tomorrow, see who your lawyer is, and talk to them about your case. Don't talk to anybody else, okay? Just your
I
lawyer.
won't, ma'am, I won't. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
It's not that, so.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay.
I'm sober out. Thank you.
Good luck.
Castro,
I just say lots of charges. I didn't give my date.
I don't think I can. I'm supposed to at least tell you.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Good evening, Your Honor. Leonel Castro.
Okay, looks like all of these charges are from March, April, June 2022. All from through, it looks like February through June 2022. You have a conspiracy charge, narcotics, drugs for transportation or sale, 1, 2, 3 of those, 4 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, money launderings, another conspiracy charge, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, use of electronic communication and drug-related transaction. And Ms. Cowan is your public defender, so she'll speak for you. Ms. Cowan, the Attorney General's office appears to be doing this and asking for a $50,000 bond, cash bond. Did you want to be heard?
Yes, I saw that, Your Honor. I'd ask that you set a $10,000 cash bond.
Okay. Actually, I think that a warrant was signed with a $50,000 cash bond. So I am going to go along with that warrant, appoint the public defender to represent the defendant, and release to pretrial if that bond is posted, and then the arraignment date will be June 17th at 1:30. It's the next court date. All right, Ms. Cowan.
Sir, the officer's gonna give you a sheet of paper. It'll have the public defender telephone number on it. Call the office tomorrow, see who your lawyer is, and don't discuss your case with anybody but your lawyer, okay? Good luck.
One day from
Yep.
society's restraints, money, clout,
Yeah,
fame,
see,
a
don't
disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to
Oh.
play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display.
What's your name?
Raymond Collins.
All right, Mr. Collins, you're charged with criminal trespass, domestic violence, and Ms. Cowan is here to represent you, so she'll do the talking. I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you. No contact with Serenity Win, and no return to her residence or work. And no acts of domestic violence. And I am going to release you to pretrial services, so you need to report to them and then come back for your preliminary hearing on July 1st at 1:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
And then before Ms. Cowan, you speak to him for a minute, I am going to tell him he is also charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, criminal trespass. So I'm not sure which one is which, but I am going to have the same conditions, no contact, no return. And if you have a family court order, then you need to make everyone aware of that, because otherwise nothing, okay? No contact, no return. No acts of domestic violence, and the misdemeanor case for the disorderly conduct is going to be on the 23rd of July at 1:30. Okay?
Yes, may I ask one question, Your Honor?
Yep.
At the time of my arrest, the officer, because the only contact I have with my two
So don't
children.
tell me about contact. Don't talk to me
Okay,
about
so
it.
the
I'm
only
going
one
to be your
that,
judge on the misdemeanor.
oh, well,
Okay.
they just told me to, at this point, at this hearing, to state that in his report, he did ask if I could call her to speak to my children. And she did say yes, and he did put that in the report, because otherwise I have no way to speak to my kids. So he just told me at this time to let you know that at least, because he
Well,
did
as long
put
as
it.
he didn't cite you for that violation, but what I'm telling you is, and what I tell everybody who comes to my courtroom, you need to go to Superior Court. You can't just like try and work around a protective order, okay?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
don't tell me anymore, but that's
Yes,
what you
ma'am.
need to do, is go to
Okay, thank
family
you.
court. And then Ms. Cowan, do you want to talk to him about his felony charge?
Yeah, the, someone, I'm a public defender, and someone in our office will represent you. So you'll get a paper tonight that has the number of the public defender's office. Call the office tomorrow and see who your lawyer is. Don't discuss your case with anybody but your lawyer, okay?
Yes, ma'am. If I already have an attorney, I don't need to contact them, correct?
No,
You're gonna
just
hire
talk to
one.
talk to the public defender, and the public defender and whoever your lawyer is can work it out, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Good luck.
Thank you.
Elliot. Oh, sorry. Good to see you right there.
All right, what's your name, sir?
John Patrick Elliott.
Okay, so this charge is for possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. And Ms. Cowan is your public defender. Ms. Cowan, the state's recommending $1,000 bond since Mr. Elliott seems to have a parole hold already. Do you have any objection to that?
I don't, that's fine.
Okay, so I will appoint the public defender to represent you on this new case. No alcohol or illegal drugs, $1,000 bond. Your next court date's gonna be June 19th at 1:30 for your preliminary hearing on this new case. Then you also have a city court case, a shoplift case from today. So I'll appoint the public defender to follow along, the city public defender, to see what's happening on your felony. And then, we'll have a court date of June 18th at 1:45 on that shoplifting case. But like I said, the public defender may follow along and just let you know what's going, want to know if you want to deal with that misdemeanor or wait until you're done with your felonies, okay?
Okay.
All right, you'll get all your paperwork. You got lawyers for everything, so you should be okay.
Sir, the officer.
What he was like, was he the one who was was he the guy who was smart court eligible? Do we really want to go down that road with him?
He is smart court eligible, but I think
he's got
that's
parole.
something.
Your Honor.
I think you can leave that to the public defender.
And Your Honor, he's not steps eligible, but he is smart court eligible, so he should be placed in with a smart court hearing, but he's not steps eligible.
Right, but he's also got a DOC hold, right? You still want a smart court hearing?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll save it, June 18th at 9 o'clock. Okay, Ms. Cowan, sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. So the officer's going to give you a sheet of paper with the public defender's telephone number on it. Call the office tomorrow and see who your lawyer is. And don't discuss your case with anybody. When they were talking right now about smart court, that's a really great opportunity if you're able to take advantage of it to get the drug charge dismissed. So talk with your public defender about that, okay?
I appreciate that.
Yep, good luck. That's it.
Daddy.
What's your name?
Evan Mark Kennedy.
All right, you're charged with being a prohibited possessor, in possession of a firearm, and then having a weapon during a drug offense, I believe. And Ms. Cowan, the state's asking for enhanced pretrial services. I'm not inclined to do that. Did you want to be heard? She's your lawyer, sir.
I would agree with enhanced pretrial. I think that's a good, there'll be support there for him to participate.
I mean, I do have a job and I do work in town here every day.
I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms, surrender any firearms that you might have to the police. I'm gonna hold you on a $5,000 bond, pretrial services enhanced if posted, and the next court date will be June 19th at 1:30.
Sir, the officer's going to give you a sheet of paper with a public defender's number on it. So call the office tomorrow and see who has your case. Don't discuss it with anybody but your lawyer, okay?
And what's the $5,000 bond? I have to post the whole thing?
No, it's cash or secured.
Okay. So there's no big,
That's
it?
That's something you can talk over with your lawyer.
Right.
Minor.
What's your name?
Carla Leanne Minor.
All right, you are charged with misconduct involving weapons, and counsel, I was going to dismiss the cocaine charge because there's no test and nobody's charged. Nobody cited her with the meth. So, Mr. Kaler, you want to be heard on that?
One brief moment, Your Honor.
Don't say anything. Please don't say anything. I'm a defense lawyer.
Your
Don't say
public
anything.
defender, okay?
Your Honor, I think the only thing that I can add is that Ms. Minor did admit the substance was cocaine. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, so I am gonna dismiss that. They'll probably refile that and some other charges, so. But you still have the, weapons misconduct charge. So I'm gonna appoint the legal defender to represent you. Order you not to possess any firearms, no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm gonna release you to pretrial services, so you need to report to them, and you need to come back to court on June 19th at 1:30, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Cowan, you wanna talk to her for a moment?
Yeah, the deputy will give you a sheet of paper, a white sheet of paper. It's gonna have a telephone number on your paper for the public defender. Call tomorrow and see who your lawyer is, and don't discuss your case with anybody but your lawyer, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Molly.
All right, what's your name?
Stephen Smalley.
All right, looks like you have a warrant out of Maricopa County for drug offenses. And they've got a $500 secured bond on you. So you're gonna be able to pay that, you think?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna hold you on a $500 bond. And what we do is we don't give you a lawyer. If you aren't out, either you don't post it or they don't come to get you. By July 8th at 9 o'clock will be our next review hearing on that, okay? So I'm gonna set that date, but I'm gonna give you that chance to post that $500, all right?
Why haven't I told July 8th to pay? Is that what that means? Does that mean I haven't told July 8th to pay?
Well, they have until July 8th. They should come get you before that, but some, they may not choose to. So at some point you just get released, but I can't tell you all the details of that. I don't know. But you also have a bunch of city court cases that you have failed to appear on, Mr. Smalley. So, I'm gonna hold you on $100 bond, and that'll get you a city public defender, and they might be able to help you also with that other one, give you more information about the felony, okay?
Does that mean I'll be still in jail, like I'll be incarcerated?
Well, if you can pay the $100 bond for city, and you can pay the 500, then you're out, okay? So for the city case, you're gonna be set for June 18th at 1:45, and I'm just holding you on that $100 bond. And you'll have a city public defender. If you pay the 500, then you need to go to Maricopa County and take care of that warrant. Okay? But if you haven't paid it, then you'll at least be seen on June 18th for the city court cases.
So I may be detained until June 18th?
Until you make bond, you'll be detained, yeah. So. All right, talk to your city public defender. They'll know more than me about that Maricopa County case, like when they're supposed to come get you and stuff, okay? Ms. Cowan, can you give him any more insight?
No, I need to talk to the public defender.
Yeah. Okay, so check in with your city public defender and they'll let you know. And if you post the bond, check in with them too, okay, sir?
Okay, so if it's pay $100 and I'll be detained until the 18th or something? Or?
You pay $100 for the city court, you can pay $500 for the Maricopa County one and get out. But if not, then you'll be detained till the 18th of this, yeah. Okay?
Okay, I'll be detained up to the 18th of this month.
Okay.
Or up to the 18th of July.
Right. Talk to your public defender, okay? They'll check in with you tomorrow. All right, we're done with this, Polly.
I'm not being released today.
Thank you all.
Stand clear of the
Thank you.
closing doors, please.
You're gonna go down the ramp, bro, and take it.
You're not being released. Give him off. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good night.